How you doing, Larenz Tate?
Hi, Naya Good. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to speak with me about this special thing. I have to acknowledge your beauty locks that you
Oh,
got on,
thank you.
and they are amazing.
Oh my
I
gosh, thank you. Thank you for taking this. Oh my God, that made me blush. Woo.
I'm
Okay,
just saying
anyways. The
it's
Larenz Tate loves my locks. I
I
am.
love the locks, the beauty locks, and they're amazing. I just want to acknowledge that. But again,
Thank you. I appreciate love it. Thank you. And I'm so grateful to be able to speak with you. Thank you, Mia and Erica, for having me do this interview. I'm so excited. And I'm excited about the ABFF. But before we get into that, how have you been feeling? Are you reading any good books lately? Like what's been going on?
oh my gosh, what am I not reading? I
Great.
always try to read some cool books. Um, I'm in my office, so I have a bunch of books.
Yeah.
One is I'm reading a book on the history of redlining, you know,
Okay.
right now, and redlining in our community.
Yeah.
Would get into all that right now, but that's something I thought would, I think is to really get into not only the reason why redlining was, I understand why to, marginalize black folks,
Right.
but how we sort of came out of it, and is some of those practices still happening to keep
Right.
us out of the housing market, because there's so much value in real estate, there's so much value in
Right.
land, and with so many conglomerates coming up buying up all the land, and
Mhm.
why we as black folks were put in certain communities and certain projects and all that stuff, it was
Right.
all intentional. So I've been kind of studying that a little bit, and then how what are some of the solutions for that not to happen to again, but also, is it a covert redlining thing that's still happening, and how do we kind of get around it, and how can we share the information to avoid it and to continue to thrive and excel as a people.
That's a lot. I love that. The red
Mm,
line conversation. And it
yeah.
brings me back to a book that I read called How Did White People Get So Rich? It's a small little teeny tiny book, but it's very, very powerful. Have you heard that one?
I have heard the book.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we all can kind of,
Right.
it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that part
But
out,
it
but
does break it down, like the land stealing when everything became available, like even how food stamps wasn't originally for us, it was for, the anyways, it's so deep, but I love that you provided that information. I might get that book and add it to my collection.
yeah, I'll let you know
Um,
what that is. But no, I'm excited about,
yes.
all the things that we got going on here that's going to happen in Miami.
Yes, me too.
Miami is always a good time,
Yes.
and ABFF is even a better time
Yes.
because of all of the black excellence and the black movement and the celebratory thing that will certainly be happening all throughout the time that we're
Yes.
there. Is it's just a time, and I wish everybody can experience it. For those who can get to Miami to be a part of ABFF this year, is going to be, unmatched. It really is going to be a fantastic, phenomenal time.
Yes, I'm excited. It's my first year, so I'm so grateful to be able to attend. And I was reading that you and Miss Nia Long, have been ambassadors of the ABFF since it's, primitive
Yeah. Oh,
days
yeah. Since the
in
inception,
Miami
we've
and
been we've been
Acapulco.
unofficial ambassadors, and when you
Yeah.
say unofficial, it's just because we dearly love what Jeff and Nicole Friday have been able to do,
Yes.
creating a space for storytellers and collaborators, a place where our stories can be told authentically,
Yes.
apologetically, creatively,
Mhm.
in its honest form in so many ways, to be valued, to be celebrated, to be acknowledged, but also to have a combination of, artists and creatives, along with some, executives and business folk who can create a possibility of opportunity and networking, and hopefully some great things will come out of these films that are being seen and being displayed and showcased, that we can discover and see who's the next great actor, actress, writer, director. That's what this is about. And we don't have to ask for anyone's permission. We
Right.
give each other's our own permission.
Right.
We control the narrative of what this is. And that's what's really gratifying. So to be this year's 2025 ambassador along with Nia, to be officially the
Right.
ambassador is an honor and super special to me, because what this has meant and has done for so many of us is necessary. We have to have places and spaces like this festival, and to be on the front line to promote and to amplify all the works and serve as the ambassador of all the things that Jeff and Nicole have done. I'm honored to do so for both my brother and sister, for sure.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I love things that are created by us and thriving after all these years. So this is the 29th year. It
Yes.
was used to be in Acapulco. It's in Miami.
I
And so
was there for Acapulco. That was a fun time too.
it was.
Acapulco was a fun time. We had a great time, but we had everybody from the likes of Denzel Washington back in those at that time, and Hallie and Regina King and
Yes.
Nia and myself and just everybody. Like some of the and we still talk about that. You know,
Right.
Robert Townsend and so many great people at that time. F. Gary Gray. I mean, we used to have. I mean, it used to have a ball. But then we moved here, moved it to Miami, and have a whole nother level
Right.
of experiences and memories that we're creating. And it's really going to be exciting to get back to Miami to see some of the friends that we now call family members, and it's just a great celebration. It's a good time, and for us to also see who else is, the next big thing. And
Right.
this is great. Yeah, this is a great time.
There's a lot of activations I was seeing that are coming up during this ABFF, including the Bob Talks is new. What are your thoughts on that and that being something new for the festival around Black-owned businesses and all of that?
We have to, because we're not, relegated to just talking about, film and entertainment.
Right.
There's a lot of business, because in entertainment, this is a business.
Mhm.
So it's great to be able to connect the business portion to what entertainment is. But in this day and age, it's not just all about entertainment. You got to have a combination of things, that you're doing. I spoke about real estate, right? So in businesses and corporate, the corporate world that we should be thriving in as well. So the fact that, Nicole and Jeff have created a space for business to be included in this experience is great, because we need it. We need some of those, that workforce stuff that is going to be really impactful down the line, and we need to understand more business. I think that our business acumen needs to be more heightened, and we need to
Right.
have open dialogue about what that is, and we shouldn't
Right.
be excluded from the business sector, because a lot of us are, when we it's kind of it's sort of separate with church and state. When you're an actor, you don't get involved with the business. you
Yeah.
you do what you do as an artist, and you let the people who run the
Right.
business do all of that, and we're not really privy to a lot of that stuff. And so I think it's really important for us to really tap into the business side of things, if it piques your interest, and it certainly piques mine, because I just love the world of how things are working
Right.
behind.
You're Virgo, so you like details. You like to get into it.
Well,
Last question, because I have 2 minutes. What is your, I think you've already named a couple guidance points, but overall, what are some guidance points for the new festival goer and even the veteran festival goer of the American Black Film Festival? What are some Larenz Tate's guidance points?
try to do as much as you can to see as many films as you can, because our stories are being told, and we need the support of you all
Yes.
to see these films. So
Yes.
see as many as you possibly can. Be inspired to write and to direct. Be inspired to produce. Be inspired to work behind the scenes. A lot of us are in front of the camera, but there's so much that goes into a film or a TV show or a production that's behind the scenes. So try to link up with people who are behind the scenes, because those are the people who work the most,
Yes.
are behind the scenes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, crew, they work the most.
Yes.
And then also just go and just be open minded, celebrate with an open-minded, open spirit, and just have a good time and celebrate Black excellence. At
Yes.
the end of the day, celebrate Black excellence and be safe. Have
Yes, and be
fun.
safe. Yes, and Black excellence. All right. Thank you so much, Larenz Tate. I appreciate the conversation and I look forward to seeing you at the Remembering Love Jones event at the ABFF.
And
All
come support Love Jones. Love Jones. Love
right.
Jones.
Yes. Have a good
Thank you.
weekend. Thank you so much, Mia and Erica. Y'all have a good weekend.
Have a good one. Thank you so much.